Hi everyone, this is Jamie. Um, Today we're gonna talk about how my views change throughout my life regarding relationships, love, and etc. And I'm sorry I'm not wearing any makeup today because I had quite a hectic day, and I ended up being really manic by the end of it. So I figured to channel my mania and make something productive. That's the word. Um, I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I figured that I'll start it off with. Uh, I'll dedicate this video to this guy who decided to hit on me, and to this day, I still remember that. With the fact that I've lost my body count, I've lost how many guys I've traded nudes with, and etc. Yes, I'm a hoe. But this guy still remains fresh in my memory. So it was about when I just started dating Lucas, and this guy was a big Judas Priest fan. He liked, in general, different classical rock, metal, etc. But we didn't have bands which we both liked, but we were still friends. And I remember once, and he had an iPhone back in the day when, I don't know, I had an iPod, for instance, and he had a iPhone 1, iPhone 2. You see, we're in such numbers that senile people like me just don't remember anymore. Anyway, and he gave me a headphone, and he was like, "Hey, I want you to listen to this song." Like all flirty and whatever. Like looking back now, and the song he gave me was "Bike" by Pink Floyd. Nothing against Pink Floyd, nothing against Bike, but to this day, I still wonder, how do you get in people's palms by sharing Bike? I didn't know it was Paulie back then, and I can't say I have any interests or any contact with him. So unfortunately, to my knowledge, there's no way for him to find me, so I can openly say this. And yeah, and that kind of sums up a lot of my love life, because the best people who I've encountered relationships with and etc., I was absolutely blind, and I was like, nah, they can't be into me. So I I can't even remember how old I was when I had my first crush. I just remember that he had the most pompous name ever, even though it was a Spanish speaking country. I am very sorry. And ever since then, I just had numerous crushes on guys. Mm, I've had a few crushes on girls, but there's only one in which I have heard and I regret, and up to the point that I have talked to Lucas, and we were like, well, there's no point in reaching out now. So, uh, but whenever I mention like exes and people who I've had very intense emotions with, she goes into that list. But yeah, I've had like thoughts about a woman, and I've tried Tinder and everything. And by the end of the day, I was like, this ain't working. And I just go on Grindr, hook up, and forget about it. So, I am very daft. Uh, I can fall in love easily, which has happened like numerous times, and usually takes me a while to accept that a decent person is into me, and I don't know why. Like, it took Lucas quite a while to charm me. and it took a while for me to confess as well. But that's probably for another story. But in overall, I kind of, it was always someone else doing the first step. And then when I had this dysphoria of like, fuck this, I don't want to be a girl, like, I'll go to the first step. And, sorry. I nearly ended up an engagement, so that wasn't good. But ever since then, I kind of started questioning. After that experience, I started questioning my gender, my sexuality, of course. I did date a girl online, and after we broke up, I realized that I was trans, I was gay, I didn't understand women, and I had nothing, I didn't want to do anything with them. But obviously, my sexuality is rather fluid, or rather, I don't like to say that my box is very rigid, because I don't know, that's the way it works. But I still identify as a gay guy because it's just easier with my body count. No. It's more about it's just easier. It's the label I identify with, it's the label I'm close to, it's the label which means a lot to me, it's the label which I fight for, it's the label for which I was kicked out of my family. And yeah, and if you've noticed, I'm kind of in a better mood. Maybe it's mania or just accepting things. So that's why I guess love is a good topic here, because love is what always gets me through. And I understand that I am extremely lucky to have met Lucas when I was 16. And he's been with me through everything. So we've been mono, we've been poly, we've been open, we've been closed. And all this time he's encouraged me to be myself. And I couldn't be more thankful. So he's always there for me when I have struggles with secondary partners or equal partners when I try, and in general. And yeah. So as my view of love changed, I kept discovering myself that I enjoy hookups a lot. And it continues to this day, but obviously there are people who I have feelings towards, and there's obviously people who I just have sex with. And there are people who I just have sex with once, and that's it. So, the more time goes, the more I see that I don't know how to describe my love. I have a lot of people who I have very, very intense emotions with, and who I care about deeply. Uh, and for me, it's easier to be open to a lover than a best friend. I don't know why. And I always wondered if there was some play between that, but who knows. But regardless, I also wanted to point out that I spent, I know a lot of people right now in this day and age are more single than usual, if you believe statistics. And when I was single, I was like, Jesus, that was fucking long ago. I just didn't want to believe the first person I'd see. So, and whenever I break up, or even now, like when I have a secondary breakup or equal breakup, obviously Lucas is just there, like the constant, like, pew! Uh, I just hop onto the train, the love train, the love search, I don't know. And it's what keeps me going. Um, I wouldn't refer to myself as a player because everyone is usually aware of everything. And I talk really thoroughly about it. But yes, I do have the things which I probably should not be graphic about here. So yeah, in general, this week I'm feeling better. So I'm manic. And I just wanted to say that as life goes on, your view on love goes on. And you should never be closed to it unless obviously you're aro and to sexual experiences if you're ace. But to everyone who isn't aro and or ace, um, it's something which gets us by. Even like friendship, it's just that I don't. Yes, actually, friendships this time really helped me out. So shout out to everyone who watches me, as my friends, and I just feel happy today, and I think that's something good. So, see ya.